Manchester United are finally showing signs of life again. 3 straight Premier League wins, the football sharper, the belief returning, and for the first time in what feels like forever, there's genuine optimism at Old Trafford. You can feel it in the stands. You can sense it in the players. After years of inconsistency, off-pitch chaos, and false dawns, United finally look like a team that knows what it's doing again. But before we get carried away, let's rewind. Because to understand why this run matters so much, you have to remember how bad things really were not that long ago.
Final whistle goes and Manchester United have beaten Liverpool by 2-1.
The 2024-25 campaign was one of frustration. United limped through the season, lacking identity, direction, and conviction. The football was predictable, the results erratic, and the dressing room looked fractured. Even when Ruben Amorim was brought in, it took time. There were flashes of promise, but they were often followed by painful collapses. Old Trafford, once a fortress, became a place of anxiety. And then came the summer one of massive change. Several departures, new signings, and a manager under pressure to finally deliver a style of play that fits the club's standards. But the new season didn't start well either. The first few weeks were shaky. Draws, narrow losses, and a lack of goals left United sitting mid-table. Critics said Amorim's system was too complicated for English football. Pundits questioned whether his Sporting Lisbon success could ever translate to the Premier League. And then things changed. 3 wins in a row. A narrow but spirited 2-1 win at Anfield against Liverpool. And then that thrilling 4-2 victory against Brighton at Old Trafford. Suddenly, the energy flipped. For the first time in months, United played with conviction. The players trusted the system, pressed as a unit, and attacked with purpose. Amorim's ideas, which had seemed too theoretical earlier, began to take form on the pitch. The difference wasn't just tactical, it was psychological. The win at Anfield did something that data can't measure. It reignited belief. That was the night United stopped looking like a team waiting to lose and started behaving like one expecting to win. So what exactly has changed? First, Amorim simplified the approach. Earlier in the season, United were too rigid, building slowly, overthinking transitions, and losing rhythm. But recently, Amorim has leaned into his players' strengths. The midfield presses high but compactly, with one sitter holding the shape while the other pushes forward to link with Bruno Fernandes. The defensive line has also steadied. Harry Maguire, written off not long ago, has been one of the standout performers in recent weeks. His aerial presence and leadership have returned. You can see it in how he talks, how he positions himself, and how he organizes others. There's pride again. Lisandro Martinez is still recovering, but Diogo Dalot and Luke Shaw have stepped up on the flanks, offering both width and discipline. And in goal, the new face between the posts has made a real difference. Let's talk about Senna Lamens. When Andre Onana left for Trabzonspor in September, many fans worried. Goalkeeping had been a source of anxiety for over a year. But in came Lamens, a young Belgian keeper with a calm presence and a strong reputation for composure under pressure. And so far, he's looked the part. He's not flashy, he's solid. He commands his box, plays with quiet confidence, and communicates constantly. Against Brighton, he made 2 key saves that could easily have shifted momentum the other way. It's no coincidence that Maguire and Dalot look more relaxed. They finally have a keeper they trust behind them. A stable goalkeeper often changes everything, and for United, it's starting to show. Then there's the attack. Matheus Cunha is beginning to look like the player United thought they were getting. Quick feet, clever positioning, and selfless link-up play. His movement opens lanes for others. His goal against Brighton wasn't just well taken, it was perfectly timed. Bryan Mbeumo, meanwhile, has been electric. 2 goals against Brighton, another at Anfield, but beyond the numbers, it's his work rate that stands out. He presses relentlessly, tracks back, and stretches the pitch. He's brought hunger and edge back into United's front line. And Bruno Fernandes, as always, remains the heartbeat. His energy, his vision, and his leadership set the tone. Even when he's not scoring, he's influencing everything. United's attack finally feels unpredictable again.
Analysis watching Man U today. Great win, fantastic win. The boy on Instagram who's searching for 5 wins on the spin to try and get his Barnet cut is going to be ecstatic. He's so close. But I watched the Man United team today that played off the back of the Liverpool win. They had so much confidence. I think if Man United lose that game or draw that game against Liverpool, I wouldn't have saw the same Man United players today. They just had so much confidence.
Quick transitions, aggressive pressing, and positional structure is finally being reflected on the pitch. He's also shown courage. He's benched big names when necessary, rewarded form over reputation, and promoted academy players when others might have played it safe.
There I say there's an aura of confidence about Manchester United, certainly today and in this game, and based on today's evidence, an aura of confidence that you see on Cunha, that you see on Mbeumo, that you see overall on this team.
Amorim has built a team around effort and clarity, two things that had been missing for far too long. What's just as important as tactics is mentality. This team looks like it enjoys defending again. It looks like it cares. When United score, you see celebrations that actually mean something, players embracing, Amorim clapping passionately on the sideline, substitutes on their feet. That unity matters, because for years, United's biggest weakness wasn't a lack of talent, it was a lack of togetherness. Now, you can sense a real connection again between the players, the manager, and the supporters. Old Trafford is starting to sound like Old Trafford again.
Go and score the fourth goal, and the explosion of excitement in that stadium, it's like, yes! Yes, it's happening. This team dominated today. They were good today. They closed out the match in style. They won it 4-2, 3 points. Look at Manchester United flying around. Be excited if you're a Manchester United fan about today.
Of course, 3 wins don't make a season. We've seen United go on runs before, only to stumble when pressure returns. The next few weeks will tell us if this is genuine progress or another brief high. Fixtures against top sides will test their defensive organization, and the busy winter schedule will push the squad's depth to its limit. Amorim knows this. He's been cautious in his interviews.
We need to think about the performance no matter what in this moment, but they gave everything.
He's calm, measured, and aware that momentum is fragile, but he's also confident. This is not the end, he said after the Brighton game. It's the beginning of what we want to build, and that's exactly the kind of mentality United need. The goal isn't just to win a few matches, it's to rebuild a culture. So why does this run feel different from the countless false dawns of the past decade? Because this one is built on structure, not luck. The wins haven't been flukes, they've been earned. The performances are improving week by week. You can see identity, you can see effort, you can see progress. For the first time in years, United fans aren't just hoping for success, they can actually see a path toward it. Manchester United still have a long road ahead. There are holes in the squad, weaknesses to fix, and habits that won't disappear overnight. But after years of false starts, there's finally something real to hold on to. A manager with a plan, players who believe in it, and fans who, once again, have a reason to dream. 3 wins in a row might not seem historic, but given everything this club has been through, it might just be the spark they needed. For the first time in a long time, Manchester United don't just look like a team that used to be great, they look like a team determined to become great again. And maybe, just maybe, this is the moment where the climb back to the top truly begins.